Good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday the 25th. Can you guess what city we are in again? Of course you can. It is none other than Scotland's capital, Edinburgh. And we pan round, and you'll never guess, the first thing I see is a bunch of poison dart frogs with very, very bright poison warning colours, pushing out the vegan ideas. Now, to turn the camera around, which I shall, what you have with, ideas such as veganism, it's purely about control. It's this obsession to try and control what's going on. And one of the best controls you can have is what goes into your body. It's a kind of offshoot, a kind of like bastard child of anorexia, but a 20th century, 21st century thing. There's a type of person that tends to become vegan. It's a more socially acceptable eating disorder to have. And again, for those of us who are interested in philosophy and history, you see that veganism is nothing but the kind of modern day, postmodern philosophical or spiritual aestheticism. Like the Buddha would starve himself, people would move to a cave and become poor on purpose, or you can totally deny your body those essential proteins and fats and other things it craves, and then it gets to such a point where you even get vegan places that are having fake bacon, fake tuna, fake burgers, fake sausages, because we know what they really want. They want the sausage. It's always a real trip down memory lane when I come to Edinburgh. Now we're just walking alongside John Lewis on our way down to Leith Walk. Just want to tell you guys a story of, how, in fact, it doesn't even have a point. It's just an interesting story. So I went to school with what I could probably term as the Edinburgh establishment, the old money, the old Edinburgh families. I went to a boarding school here in Edinburgh, and of course a lot of aristocracy also attended. Now, okay, I exaggerate, just old money, old upper middle class families here in Edinburgh. Now, one of those families was actually involved in a long running feud with the Veitches, the Tweedies, probably named after the Tweed River that cuts through the Scottish borders. Anyway, a Veitch killed a Tweedy, or a Tweedy killed a Veitch in the 1300s, and it's been tense ever since. But I ended the feud with my classmate David Tweedy, who now actually has a hotel at 57 Frederick Street. Stayed in this hotel, and that's that story. So the Veitch Tweedy feud is over. No more war. But then, chatting to people, other people here in Edinburgh, people saying, Charlie, do you remember a guy in your class called Ranald Dawson? Like Ronald, but with an A. Ranald Dawson. Oh, I'm getting beeped at. Bing, 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 bing. Cyclist! That's what I get for walking in the cycle lane. So yeah, Ranald Dawson was this bad-tempered fucking elitist little twat that was in my class in Edinburgh Academy. And he was never nice to me. I was nice to everyone. I was the new kid. In 1993, as a 13-year-old, I was nice to everyone. Sorry. January 1994. Tried to make friends with everyone, but we all know what school's like. Some people are nasty to you just for the sake of it, just to throw their balls in your face. I will learn about my personality by harassing the nice Scottish Brazilian kid who's just trying to make friends, and etc. Anyway, how the twats have fallen. If you guys type into type into Google, any search engine, Ranald Dawson, wife cheating on him. Get this, so this guy probably followed his dad into the law profession, or some finance thing here in Edinburgh, which they all do. And Ranald, mate, fucking being a twat to everyone at school. Jesus, I might not even include this section. You know what? I'll think about it. But just look up Ranald Dawson and what happened with his wife. And Jesus, I feel bad actually for telling you, but it is interesting. This is the play fit. There's some big glass thing, but look what they've done to my boy. Look what they've done to my child. Some like 1600s castle. He's joined the Borg. It's like a Jean-Luc Picard with the bloody resistance is futile. Basically, Ranald Dawson's wife, when she was a school teacher in her late 20s, started banging one of the 17-year-old schoolboys and got caught on a school trip. and that family's problems got dragged through the dirt. Okay, I do believe that today it's impossible to be in any major city and not talk about the incredible scenes at fuel stations all across the UK. Fuel panic buying, diesel, gasoline, LPG. People are like, get that shit into my car. People filling up jerry cans, turning their vehicles into incendiary suicide bomber vehicles. Quick tangent. Took a taxi from the Venezuelan side of the border in the Amazon to the Brazilian side, and they have on that road a lot of burnt out wrecks at the side of the road. And do you know why? They call them carro bombas, which is a car bomb or a bomb car. What the Brazilians would do, they would fill up with super cheap Venezuelan petrol across the border, and they'd drive it back to Brazil. But of course they wouldn't just fill up the tank, they'd fill up all the jerry cans, plastic bottles, probably supermarket bag, Lidl bags, Aldi bags, you know, fill them up with petrol, just put it on the passenger seat next to you, have a cigarette. What's the worst that can happen? And boom, bomb car. And you're seeing a lot of people in British forecourts putting jerry cans in the boot, jerry cans in the back seat. One quick spark, one quick car crash. So we're coming down Leith Walk. I'm going to take you to show you. Yeah, there's a guy who says there's that YouTuber from Manchester. That's pretty cool. Now we're going to just show you the architecture. Some more stories from my old schoolmates. Yeah, this is Blenheim Street or Blenheim Place. It's kind of behind there's some monument up there, but anyway, I had another school friend called Guy Leith. Guy Leith was an actor on Hollyoaks. Don't know if you remember him from the late 90s. He was in the same boarding house as me. He got expelled from our school for stealing his father's Ferrari and crashing it with his companion. Was it David Campion? I forget. And then Guy Leith, I think what happened to him, he became an attempted cocaine importer with yachts. Got caught, and I think he served his sentence. This is like a decade ago. Being a nice boy from a posh family, I'm sure his family's lawyers would have said, he wasn't the ringleader. He's an innocent victim. He just wanted high purity Colombian. Now, let's not talk about that anymore. We're going to get demonetized. Look at that. Just look into that person's bedroom. Why not? I'm going to show you guys. Can I even remember the name? No, I cannot. The architecture coming down to the nicest. The reason I got my is I'm about to say Leith Walk, the nicest deli on Leith Walk. Let's go there. You see the big Italian flags? Okay guys, this is it. Leith Walk heading up towards Princess Street in the castle. Leith Walk heading down towards the docks. Leith is to Edinburgh what Salford is to Manchester. Valvonancrola. Love it. We're going to go have a quick look in, but look at that. The Royal Crest, by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, suppliers of fine cheese. The royals send their minions in here to get the cheese. And if we just have a quick... Oh, it's exactly the same as 20 years ago. Okay, that's Valvonancrola. They should pay me for this plug, but they won't. Oh god, I've zoomed in for no reason. Let's not waste it, let's not waste it. Look at the architecture. Guys, absolute change in plan. I'm here for a limited amount of hours. Leith Walk is gigantic. It goes down. There's a couple of things which you could have seen, all to do with Train Spotting, the movie, you know, Danny Boyle from the 90s, some good scenes. The pub where Begbie smashed someone's face in was meant to be here on Leith Walk, but we're actually gonna, by popular demand or by my own demand, we're gonna go back into central Manchester, and trust me, I will bring you stuff that you've not seen in the last 2 Edinburgh videos. Okay everybody, this is St. Mary's Catholic Church at the very top of Leith Walk. We're gonna reverse out slowly in wide angle, and I'll give you context as to where we are. But interestingly enough, there's a couple of unattended Canon 5Ds in there, and only in Edinburgh do you leave £1,000 cameras lying around, £2,000 cameras lying around. Okay, one thing that upset me, you know, Edinburgh is the king of harking back to ancient Greece. They call it the Athens of the North, and up on that hill We'll try and do it if we've got time. I'll compound round a bit. It was all 1700s, all dirty limestone. And then you see they've gone and built some new structure up there, and I don't like change, okay? Okay, so you see here, this is the St. James Centre. This is, oh hi.
Sorry, not allowed to take pictures or videos of any of the structure or marketing stuff.
What if I carry on? Am I going to get in trouble?
Well, you will be. Then, if you were to carry on, then you're not complying with the rules of private property. So therefore, you would leave me no option for the
all right. Okay, I'll tell you, because I'm going that way.
Well,
I'm gonna.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna disobey, but I'm gonna leave. I am leaving right now.
No.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, she's on the radio. She tried to grab me. She actually tried to grab my arm. That's too funny. I think we'll go around this way. Here's the reality rodeo. We're going to try and get outside of this shopping complex without security grabbing me. I think I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. I'm trapping myself. I'm going to go up to level 2. Multrees Walk, it says. We'll do it. Certain rules, so there she is, she's on the radio down there. Certain rules are just to, I don't know, if they suspected people of doing hostile reconnaissance, which is what they're getting at with these ridiculous rules, they would obviously challenge them and call the police. Just having a blanket, no photons collection, well, the fact I'm still filming shows what I think of it. Well guys, we've made it out. Multrees Walk. I think this is round the back of the bus station. Yes, I'll show you guys in a sec. But I just want to see what happens here. I'll stop filming for a second. Jason Bourne, call Jason Bourne. Call him. There's your bus station on the corner of St. Andrews, and we look across the Firth of Forth, which is that water body, into the next county, which is Fife, the capital of which is Kirkcaldy. Which, was it Kirkcaldy or Dunfermline used to be the capital of Scotland? Am I tripping balls again? Probably. But we're looking down North St. Andrews Street, into the new town, over to Fife. Okay, Edinburgh's answer to the Trafalgar Square column, Nelson's column, is I think that's Robert Stevenson, the engineer, and it's called Melville Column. But the reason we're here is just to give you a bit of Scottish thistleness. This is the official flower of Scotland. That's it right there. Don't know how official it is, or if it's like official in the way the Scottish national anthem is official, as in inverted commas. It calls itself the Botanist. There's not a single tomato plant here. Yet there are 2 red phone boxes though, so that's alright. Royal Caledonian Horticultural Society, there's still no tomato plants. Going into the Dome, which used to be a very prestigious bank, central bank maybe, not doubt it, it's far too pretty to be a governmental institution, but the Dome is now, I think, a bar or Weatherspoons or restaurant. It's a something, but it's worth having a quick, sorry sir, okay, I'll hold it for you there you go. So follow me guys. The Dome. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it really lovely? Everyone's having a great time. Okay, if we look down George Street, let's get a bit closer. Okay, let's get even closer. Do you see that kind of brass-coloured London Mayor's Office look-alike building? Looks kind of like the London Grenade. Well, they've built one in Edinburgh, but it's something to do with the shopping centre, which I'm not interested in. The reason why we're here outside the assembly rooms is to tell you that this is one of the main venues in the Edinburgh Festival every August, when all the wannabe famous comedians come together for a big festival, should we say. Just want to have a quick look, see if it's okay. Okay, security's not said anything. I think they've turned this into an espresso martini bar. Get the name? Espresso? Insomnia? Okay, that's pretty cool, but that's not what I wanted to say. You guys remember in my last video, I was talking about how they literally built half the city in the late 1700s? Well, check this out. The Right Honourable Thomas Elder of Forneth, Lord Provost of the City of Edinburgh. This plan of the city, including all the latest improvements, is respectfully dedicated by his most obedient servant, 1793. Now check this out. This is the Old Town. This is the Royal Mile, which goes up to Edinburgh Castle, which has been there for a long time. Royal Mile. This is Old Town. Edinburgh University around here. Okay? Now, when they built half the city, they were like, in front of the castle, let's create the new town. Calton Hill, where I was just filming the thing saying I don't like change. We were in the St. James's Centre where the security lady tried to grab my arm. And there's your new town. We're still in the assembly rooms. I just found this on the map. And let me try and figure this one out. Oh, wow. There used to be a canal in Princess Street Gardens. I knew that was the case. Someone did tell me that. And again, you can see more plans for the new town. And we are actually on George Street. The assembly rooms is along here somewhere. Here's Scotland's finest. You see a lot of outdoor tents, a lot of Bedouin tents. Now everyone's outdoors. It's not just COVID. Oh, I'm gonna get ventilation, COVID. It's also the fact that Britain as a country is getting a bit warmer. I'm not going to get into the whole arguments. I'm just going to tell you subjectively, as Charlie Veitch, having lived in this country for 27 years, it is warmer these days. It's late September. It's been a long September, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. And for the very late September, the fact that it's 21 degrees as I'm walking along the street and everyone's in shorts, that's not normal. I love the white stuff, baby. It keeps me up all night. That's not true. The last 3 times I was offered the white stuff, I politely declined, because the older you get, the more you need a good night's sleep. You actually need it physiologically. So I was like, no thanks. Put that garbage in another man's nostrils. That's a true story. So, just enjoy the architecture for a few seconds and I'm going to cut. Wow, nonsense Christian graffiti. Crucifix, question, evolution. On a kind of a estate agency cup thing. Okay, fair enough. That's silly. Go on, mate. Go on, son. Not bad. I would have died, so the fact he stayed on his feet is pretty impressive. Why is there a giant granite rock in the centre of Edinburgh? Well, millions of years ago, the lava, the volcano was flowing, and this is the cap. Boom! It's like a wax cap on a bottle. And then the Scots were like, yeah, we'll build a castle on that. That'll be hard to invade. And yeah, look at it. Quite hard. That last wall's kind of unnecessary, but it's better to be sure, eh? People overdosing. Drug overdoses here in Edinburgh. There's a lady going over to offer assistance. She saw from a distance. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea this is happening live. I started filming the moment I saw it. But shit, man. It could be an epileptic fit, it could be any other health issue, but they're doing the right thing, keeping her on the recovery position, keeping her airways clear. We're going to keep a distance away. There's already plenty of passers-by. The man helping her hasn't done anything wrong yet, so judging by the general aura and the energy here, I'm unfortunately sticking to my first idea of drug overdose. You see a lot of people in Manchester in this position. Welcome to Scotland. I've chosen to include the clip of the lady behind me on the ground because I was listening. I wasn't filming the whole time, listening a lot, and he was telling the passers-by there was a lady there who was a doctor all over her, and he was saying, oh yeah, she's like this every time she drinks. This always happens when she drinks, so it's maybe self-inflicted. Looking down Shandwick Terrace. This is Shandwick Place, or is it Waterloo? I forget. But anyway, my first ever finance job at the age of 22, graduating Edinburgh University, was for a German company called Marschalek, Lautenschlager and Partners, MLP Private Finance. And they paid for me to have my financial advisor certificates. And I turned up on day one with a shaved head, like Panthro from Thundercats, because I asked my brother to touch up my hair the night before so I'd look smart for my first day. And he gave me probably the most hacked ever, like, fade. I call it the escaped mental patient hair. It was just a line where there was hair, then all of a sudden it was stubble of no hair. I looked utterly insane. I know I am insane, but you can't look insane when you are insane. You gotta try and not be insane. And look at these poor plants. They're like, yeah. Oh, if that is from in there. Hope there's not people down there now, but that is cool. I like it. We're gonna go and do, I think, one of the last few things here. I'll surprise you. Corner of Stafford and William Street. If you scrape off the paint, you can sometimes uncover the advertising from the past. Sanitary, plumbers, Lothian Road, Stafford Street, Armstrong, Hogg. You all know David Hogg at Florida? Well, the Hogg surname, very Edinburgh, very Scottish. Hogg. And this is lovely William Street. Just want to give you a, just to show you how we're not in the, well we are, but we're not in the epicenter. We're still in the center, but just every single street offshooting from central Edinburgh is like this. And it's pretty cool. Okay, quick look at William Street, Northwest Lane. A lot of these lovely sandstone, limestone streets have offshoots where, I don't know, they'd keep the horses. Now it's garages. Oh no, this was a shit one. Abort! Cut! Okay guys, there's something I've wanted to do for 20 years and I've never actually done it. Off the west end of Edinburgh, just off Princes Street, there is a church, cathedral, building, house of God that is probably the biggest one in Scotland, and it'll rival York and Canterbury and Westminster and all those classics. Just look at the architecture. Sorry for keep going on about, but I've always wanted to just walk in the front filming, so we're going to do that. Throw some disclaimers here so that a lot of you don't click off. Dogmatic Christianity is for the masses. If you want to know what they really mean for the higher-ups, then watch my last few recent long talky videos. We're not going to go into it again now. But sense of scale, there's a couple of humans. Whoa, let's go in. Let's go and have a look. No, shh, I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Oh my god, it's a bit big. Makes Manchester Cathedral look small. We're going to do another 10 seconds, guys, because they're all much of a muchness, aren't they? Just want to show you. And cut. One unintended consequence of our broken worldview, of our humble worldview, of the fact that we're all down here. We're either under God or we're under the law. The implication being there's a dome, a ceiling where you're kind of just bubbling underneath. Now, one of the unintended consequences of this is that we often walk around and we interact with other human beings and we let things slide. You need to pay attention, because when people aren't paying attention themselves, they do this subconsciously. People will speak to you as if you're a staff member, as if you're their like wayward kid. They will speak to you like an Indian Maharaja talking to uneducated, illiterate workers building a railway bridge. They'll think of like even whipping you. Now, this is all because we've accepted the story told to us since we were little kids. You're Charlie. You're Dave. High five, Dave. You're Daniel. You're, let's keep it biblical, you're Luke. You're Matthew. You're John. Love that. Old J-boy, old John, walking around in Syria 2,000 years ago. Hey, Johnny boy. I love it. Probably the Hebrews like Yon. Or is that Scandinavian? But anyway, I digress. I keep trying to summarize what the point of my videos is. Maybe it's as simple as reminding you that you, not me, not you alone, not all of us as a unity, but every single individual is important. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I'm wanting to say. I was gonna make this the last video, but as it's under 2 minutes, let's go do some more. Guys, I'm gonna crack a joke. Don't shoot the messenger. It's nice to see a plaque for a lady. Louisa Stevenson died in 1908, campaigning for women's education and founding Queen Margaret University. And then directly underneath, guys, are they taking the piss? The Edinburgh College of Domestic Science, the Edinburgh School of Cookery and Domestic Economy. Right. I bet Louisa Stevenson loves having that underneath her plaque. You know what this is, guys? You know what this is? This is your little silicon-lined breather gas mask, and I'm about to take the copium. Oh God, I'm coping with it. Oh shit. Alright, viewers, we're going to have a quick look in the Gilly Doo. It says Drams, Scottish Fair, Jigs and Reels. I have a feeling it's going to be so Scottish that it's going to shit haggis. Oh God, which way do I go? Main bar, toilets, okay. It might not be, this might be a complete damp squib. And it's a bit dampy, not too bad. Anywho, it can't all be amazing, it can't all be killer. You have to have a little bit of filler. Some say that Mary, Queen of Scots' grave is down in this church's graveyard, which sits where the canal, the moat, not the Raoul moat, just the water moat, used to stand for Edinburgh Castle. Every time I come to Scotland, it is always clear blue skies, and I stargaze at night and see all the satellites fly over. Welcome to Rose Street. And this is the one parallel behind Princes Street, the main drag, which faces El Castello. Rose Street is well known internationally for having the most alcoholic drinking establishment. I think I had my finger over the microphone. Rose Street is well known for having the most drinking establishment on one street. So we don't even need to count them, we'll lose count. Rose Theatre Edinburgh. That's a theatre, sorry, it's a pub masquerading as a theatre. In Manchester and in Salford, they'll call it Salford Arms Hotel, the Broughton Hotel. And it's like, hold on guys, you're just making the place, oh, it's that Halloween hop again. Fierce beer, and this is an actual Fierce beer. 1780, that's when the building's from. This is obviously a new brand. If you like your hops, I think it's hops that is responsible for the estrogen, which gives men beer bellies and shrinks your penis. So yeah, look, he's got a ponytail already. Look, shrinking. Sorry. God, look, I'm missing out on the main bits, which is all the bars. So you might think that's a little tea room. There's whiskey in that teapot. Yeah, oh, Dirty Dicks, that's a name I can get behind. Oh, and a Bill Murray quote. How can we go wrong? You can handle just about anything that comes at you out on the road with a believable grin, common sense, and whiskey. Now, a place that encourages the consumption of alcohol would certainly be happy with that quote. But, you know, if you're going to consider alcoholism, guys, make sure you're super rich and famous and celebrated like Bill Murray, because if you're an ordinary member of society and you try alcoholism thinking, oh wow, in vino veritas, no, you'll just fuck up your life.
How's it going, my man?
I'm very good, how are you? Do you guys want to be in my video?
Go on, no problem. Listen, big shout out to all the travel boys outside the gypsy boys inside this place.
Thank you, guys. No, big up, guys. God bless. Charlie Veitch.
Charlie Veitch.
Thanks, mate. Take care, my friend. It's Charlie Veitch is the YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Enjoy Edinburgh. See you later. Some nice gypsy guys. So, Miros Cantina Mexicana. And this is the famous Doctor Who TARDIS. And the not so famous Charlie Veitch used to sell coffee out of these back in the university days. I'm sure it was all a giant money laundering operation. But here you go, more booze, guys. More booze, but wait, it's not over yet. The Rose and Crown, one of the more famous ones. The Snoogly Peg? I'm going to pause it until we get to the next epicenter, guys. Make sure you guys keep watching. Back in the 90s, that was a Victoria wine, and they would serve me as an underager. Hey guys, taking the trip down memory lane. Used to buy booze as a 16-year-old down there.
Oh man, honestly, we've been all up and down to every pub in here. You go up that alleyway there and you find yourself a good-looking shop.
Yeah.
Right? If you keep going straight down there, there's a little red pub on the right-hand side.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the stairs.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to you, it's like a strip club, but it's free. All the girls in there, man, honestly, they're unreal.
I will certainly check out. So red bar on the right down there.
Go down there.
Yeah.
This right onto the street.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep going. You see take a little stairs down into the corner. A little hidden pub. Go in there.
It's just like Viva Street, man.
I'm telling you, they're half naked in there. Half naked.
Oh, dude.
Boy.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Listen,
Take care. See you later. So I could edit out the very friendly, very gentleman young gypsy guys recommending me to go into a free strip bar to look at naked women. I could edit that out, but I'm not. So I need filler. Okay, there's a small section where there's no pubs on Rose Street, but again, to note here is the exposed sandstone and limestone buildings surrounding me, and we will join it again in that little busy area down there. It's more drinking establishments, and we're going to come to St. Andrew's Square again soon. I'm just trying to see what I recognize, what I don't recognize. A lot of the stuff I do recognize, but it's changed hands to different companies. There used to be, for my Edinburgh viewers on Rose Street, here, where William Hill is, there was an easy internet cafe in 1996, 1997, when flat screen monitors, remember when they replaced CRT? And I could not get over as a 17-year-old how futuristic EasyJet internet cafe was with the flat screen computers. And I first ever used LimeWire and Napster in there to burn my own pirated CDs, and I've never looked back. And one thing you'll notice about Edinburgh, I know it's a Saturday afternoon and it's warm, but it's not just tourists. Every single drinking establishment is packed with locals, like normal people. They're not tourists, they're not tourists, they're not tourists. It's authentic, and I like that. Why is it called Hanover Street? Because the British royal family is actually the German royal family. Why, thank you. I've been complimented by a local Scottish girl on my very interesting commentary for my YouTube video. Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that? Hanover's the German royal name, which it's Queen Elizabeth's real surname.
Okay.
Which is why they celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, because they're Germans.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, even more.
Thank you. See you later. Scottish Art Galleries, where we saw the art masters. It's all right, you didn't ruin my shot. And above there is the old town. And that's, I think, Ralph Crescent next to the castle. I'll zoom in. Oh, thanks guys, you don't need to duck, that's very sweet. Let's look at these apartments next to the castle. The castle would be, where's my finger? See, this kind of thing is bloody brilliant. Edinburgh Literary Pub Tour. The war of words has begun. This is what I thought university would be. Dressed like that, drinking brandy, drinking claret, arguing philosophy in ancient Greek buildings over mahogany desks. But it wasn't. Classic award-winning entertainment. Launched in 1996 when I was a young warthog. Drinking perhaps, thinking maybe, entertainment guaranteed. Drinking guaranteed. This is Edinburgh. We know the score. Guys, it's the poshest Greg's in the world. It's actually named Gregorian here in Edinburgh. Oh, the yellow skateboard there. This one here.
Yellow shoes there.
Oh, yellow shoes. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at his GoPro rig. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm jealous. He's got a better camera than me. Let's go have a look.
Have a good day, bro.
You too, man. I'm just coveting your camera equipment. I'm jealous. Is it a GoPro rig?
It's the 10.
Oh, GoPro 10. That films in 8K, I think, doesn't it?
Goes quiet. It's first day filming. I've got the 9 with me as well.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got the 9 as well. I just got that yesterday, day before yesterday for my birthday. Bought this for 15 quid on Amazon.
Wow.
And it's got a good stabilisation anyway, but that just holds it really well.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Honestly,
No, enjoy, and
worth the money.
hope you catch the good photons today. See you, dude. Cheers. I've not watched the whole thing yet. I watched the extended scene on the bus where he beats up like 6 guys and they deserve it. But look at that, it's Saul Goodman. It's a Breaking Bad Saul Goodman, Better Call Saul. And I love that they've named it Nobody. You know, in Upside Down, one thing implies its opposite. He's actually somebody. And I'll probably download it and watch it. Is it any good, guys? Has a critical drinker reviewed it? Okay, they're scaffolding it up, but you can still see the glory of the Royal Bank of Scotland headquarters here in St Andrew's Square. And you guys and I, we have no idea. It's Great Britain when they were ruling the waves and colonizing the entire planet and hoovering up that wealth. Okay, look, we're not going to get into the politics of it, but we cannot imagine how rich this country was in the 1700s, 1800s and early 1900s. It's literally unfathomable. Please don't go. 273 or 953, don't know which number to read. We could have done so well together.